find it hard to make and maintain human connection, right? Are you sad? You feeling empty? Hard to be there for people you love, ain't it?
When it all goes wrong, ain't nobody checking for you but you. You're on your own. See, in this shit, the only thing that you can trust is that you can't trust. Not nobody, not ever. Not even your own mama.
So after everything, season 1 finished with Kanan telling us that even he can't trust Raquel, and it really seems like Kanan felt what Lacey said to him in Power. It was hard for Kanan to be there for people he loved because he finds it hard to maintain human connection, and that scene will definitely go a lot more deeper throughout Raising Kanan. But Kanan's narration was caused by a series of events where the Power universe incorporates the 48 laws of power within the events that take place for certain characters to give us a better understanding of why a character is the way they are and why they're making the chess moves that they're making. Now, Courtney Kemp did an interview a few years ago where she said her and 50 are both students of the 48 laws of power, and this is how they're telling the story through these laws. And a small little Easter egg from Power Book 2 Ghost, Tariq actually studied the 48 laws of power himself in his canonical studies class in week 7, and no doubt he'll start to adopt some of these laws in season 2. But these are going to be the top 5 moments in Raising Kanan season 1 in relation to the 48 laws of power, so there won't be specific moments, but rather a series of events which paint the whole picture of how that situation incorporated that particular power of law. So these are going to be the laws that we're going to be going through, which is Law 5, so much depends on your reputation, guard it with your life. Law 14, pose as a friend and work as a spy. Law 3, conceal your intentions, and Law 26, keep your hands clean, and Law 25, recreate yourself. But of course, if you're new to the channel and you haven't done so already, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But let's get straight in with Law 5, guarding your reputation with your life. We'll see a lot of characters trying to guard their reputation, just like Raquel has done, because reputation is integral to power. By having a strong reputation, you can control, influence, and intimidate those around you, whether it be an enemy such as Unique or even someone as close to you as a brother Lulu. But if someone comes for your reputation, you have to strike back. In episode 8, we saw Detective Howard threaten Raquel's reputation. He told her that if she doesn't allow him to talk to Kanan and tell him who he is, he'll put the word out that he's a cop's kid, but he'll be okay because he'll protect him. But the hood would call Raquel a snitch for fucking a cop. And this is what Raquel couldn't risk. She couldn't risk her queenpin reputation and have people thinking she was a snitch. And this led to a series of events which she then put in motion to protect her reputation. She had Lou steal Unique's jacket, which she was going to use to frame Unique once she killed Detective Howard, because she had to guard her reputation with her life. But as Lou was hospitalized, the person that she turned to was Kanan. And this is where her love for Kanan turned into an extension of herself, as Lou told her that she had her only son shoot a cop. She had to protect her reputation at all costs, and even if it meant using Kanan to kill Detective Howard, because although I do believe she loves Kanan, it doesn't outweigh her need for power and control, as she showed with Detective Howard and a conversation with Lulu. Now, although some of the 48 laws of power work well, others don't, and one which was quick to be thrown back on her porch was Law 14, pose as a friend and work as a spy. Raquel wanted ears and eyes inside of Unique's organization. She wanted to know what he was planning when he was carrying out his plans, because when you know your enemy's secrets, you can predict their plans and control the situation, and this can be key to gaining power. But the use of Scrappy was risky, because Raquel couldn't control what happens in Unique's organization. Scrappy could have inadvertently given her away, or even worse, maybe start to work against Raquel. But we all knew Scrappy is as loyal as they come, so working against Rack was never gonna happen. But Unique put this to the test. He asked him and Worrell to go and smoke Lou at his showcase, and this is where he was made. This left Scrappy with one eye and a kidney, and now he's laying low for the time being. And this kicked off a series of events where Lou tried to get revenge for Scrappy and kill Worrell, someone who will no doubt have more of an increased role now that Unique is in prison. But with Scrappy, he now has Kanan's respect, and Kanan also has Scrappy's, so this is a relationship we should keep an eye on, as well as Scrappy climbing the ranks of the Thomas organization, as he's slowly been doing in season 1. But we may not have seen the end conclusion of Law 14, because Scrappy still needs to be spick and span with nothing connected to him, which could be because he's presumed dead, so this power of law could very well work in Raquel's favor after all. But let's talk about Law 3, concealing your intentions. By keeping your enemies in the dark and guessing, they'll find it difficult to counter your moves, and by the time they've actually realized what you've done, it's too late. And how Raquel did this was by telling Unique in the second episode that when she comes for him, he'll never see it coming.
Making sure you wasn't setting my ass up, bruh.
Yeah, well, you won't see me coming, Nick.
And Unique realized in the very last episode of the season that Raquel did warn him that he would never see it coming.
Fucking Rock.
You know, bitch told me when the time came, I
I want to see it coming. She was right.
But by that point, it was too late, because Raquel concealed her intentions so well, Unique was powerless for what was about to happen next. Raquel put the wheels in motion when she called Lou in episode 8 to get her dry cleaning from Harlem, meaning Unique's jacket. Lou was originally the one who was supposed to kill Detective Howard, but instead, the task was then given to Kanan. And the way this was planned was very smart from Raquel. It really was some clever chess moves, using the principles of Law 3, concealing her intentions. And this leads me on nicely to Law 26, which is keeping your hands clean. And sometimes leaders are going to have to take care of mistakes, like Raquel had to clean up a lot of Kanan's mistakes, and you're going to have to take care of a lot of messy situations, as Raquel had with Unique trying to take her business, and Detective Howard trying to tell Kanan the truth about who he is. But as important as it was to get rid of these two problems, it was also important for Raquel to keep her hands clean and find others to handle the problems for her, while disguising her own involvement with what was about to go down. And although Detective Howard and Unique both know who is ultimately responsible for what happened to them, they can't prove it. And this is what great leaders do. They're able to hide their involvement, and when push comes to shove, there's someone else ready to blame. So the more quickly you can shift the attention to someone else, the better it is for you. And this is how Raquel stays in control and in power, by having others do the work for you, while she sits back at the church dressed in red as the devil, creating her alibi. She used the Law 26's teachings, keeping her hands clean. But let's talk about Law 25, Recreate Yourself, and how this series of events had a big impact on Jukebox, and how she's the master at creating her own image. Now everybody is born with a certain character, which is shaped by their family and experiences that they've faced. But to gain a sense of power, you have to create a powerful image, change your appearance and emotion to suit the occasion. Just like how Jukebox changed her appearance and emotions to suit when she was with Nicole. Because Nicole was able to bring the Laverne out of Jukebox, she was even able to recreate her own image, something that we don't associate Jukebox wearing, but she did it for Nicole. She even went as far as to telling her that she'll stop boosting, because she wanted to leave her life behind, and this is the impact that Nicole had on Juke. She was able to recreate herself until the major turning point, which was Nicole's death. As I mentioned, everyone has a character that is shaped by their experiences, and Jukebox is someone who has suffered loss, heartbreak, and pain, but she's someone who's aware of the world that they live in, and she's also quickly adapted to this world, accepting Nicole's death, which is why she's able to see straight through Kanan. And now we're going to see her using the principles of Law 25 and taking control and recreating a character as Jukebox, the image that allows her to show power and strength, the image that we see when she flips from her character of Laverne to Jukebox. So those are 5 key series of events that we've seen play out through Raising Kanan in relation to the 48 Laws of Power. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Drop me your favourite moment. It doesn't have to be related to the 48 Laws of Power, but let me know what your top moment was in Raising Kanan. And if you want me to make a similar video for the original Power show, then just let me know down below in the comment section as well. And for those of you who are new to my channel, then remember to smash the subscribe button if you want to see everything Power Book 3 and Power Universe related. But as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.